Hi, welcome back. This is Raghavendra. On this channel, we will discuss on performance engineering and other software technical topics. Today we will talk about stress testing. Before getting into the discussion, please subscribe my channel by clicking subscribe button and click on bell icon to get updates on my channel. Okay, let's get started now. As part of this discussion, we will cover what is stress testing, what is the need for this stress testing, how to perform this, analyzing result with one of the example, and we'll close this discussion by a recommendation of the tools to perform this kind of testing. Okay, so what is stress testing? Stress testing is used to test the stability and reliability of the system. This test mainly determines the system on its robustness and error handling under extremely heavy load conditions. See, it even tests beyond the normal operating point and evaluates how the system works under those extreme conditions. So stress testing is done to make sure that the system would not crash under such crunch situations. So stress testing, sometimes also known as the endurance testing. Under stress testing, application under stress is being stressed for a period of time to know its withstanding capacity. So most prominent use of stress testing is to determine the upper limit at which the system, software application, or maybe hardware breaks. It also checks whether the system demonstrates the effective error management under extreme condition. Just to give one general example, say you have around 5 to 6 GB data pasted in a notepad. The notepad will be under stress and gives not responded error message. So the one error message what we were talking about earlier, this is what the application under heavy or under stress, it should able to give the proper error message. And we will again come back to this point and we will justify by using one example. So meanwhile, let's understand what is the need and its goals. So before getting on need, what is goal of the stress testing? Its main goal is analyzing the behavior of the system after failure. So for stress testing to be successful, system should display the appropriate error message while it is under extreme condition, the one what we have quoted example with the notepad, and to make sure that the system recovers after failure, which is called the recoverability. So now what is the need for the stress testing? Say consider the following, one of the scenarios. So during festival time, an online shopping site may witness a spike in traffic when it announces a sale, when it announces a sale, when it announces some offers are going on. That time this shopping site may witness a spike in the traffic. So that's the reason it's very imperative to perform this stress testing to accommodate such abnormal traffic spikes. Failure to accommodate this sudden traffic may result kind of a loss of revenue, a reputation of the organization. So stress testing that's the reason it's extremely important to understand how the system behaves. Are you ready for such kind of abnormal behavior of the user on your system? To analyze this, the stress testing was definitely handy. Now let's take one of the example and we'll analyze how to perform the stress testing. Say let's take one example. So 500 virtual users will be hitting server for 13 minutes. We have distributed this load for first 120 users, the 50 virtual users will hit the server, then the next 120 second, another 100 virtual users, and the end we will have around 300 virtual users hitting the server concurrently. So when we executed, so let's talk about this. When we executed this, so we see that this was executed by JMeter, and below are some of our observations. First 120 seconds with the 50 virtual users, that seems to be a good.